because then you're gonna fight scared.
Yeah.
Obviously, you see the things that, you know, you see, like, let's say, you take a look at a fighter and you say, okay, he has a good right hand, he has a good left hook, he has a good this, he has a good that. So we're gonna stay away from that. You know, we're gonna take that away from them. But when I go in the ring, I'm not scared, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna get in there, and when I get in there, I'm gonna hurt them. So it's not about being scared. You have to take that out. Obviously, you're gonna take some punches, this and that, but I think the fighters should be way more scared of me being in there with them than them being in there with me.
You know, he's a great fighter, but you know, if he wants to stay in the cruiserweight division, why wouldn't we fight? You know, I believe I'm the best cruiserweight. You know, and I've proved it many times. So, you know, I'm ranked #1. Why wouldn't he want to fight? It is pretty frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. We sort of keep training and wait for these opportunities to come, man. They're obviously ducking. You know, I don't think it's you know, it's very obvious that they don't want to fight. You know, in my eyes, it's like, fuck, you want to keep getting better and you want to keep sort of leveling up and prove you're the best. But these guys see it other ways. You know, who knows what they're chasing? You know what I mean? Like, well, what's he proving?
Opetaia, you know, Opetaia is talking all this shit also. You know, I'm gonna give you a little secret. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. I got proof. You know, I've been talking to his manager. I've been trying to talk to him. They're not responding.
The verbal battle has exploded as Jay Opetaia accuses David Benavidez of avoiding the matchup that boxing fans are desperate to see. Taking direct shots at Benavidez, Jay argued that selecting Dmitry Bivol would represent the easier route, claiming Benavidez continues finding excuses instead of stepping up to face him.
Man, that fight's easy to make on our side. You know what I mean? I've been ready. I've been, you know, I'll just hear excuses and you know, fucking this and that. You know, Buzz, reach out. How bad do you want to fight? How bad do you want to be undisputed cruiserweight? That's an easy fight to make. Yeah. You know, there's all these little excuses and stuff, but it is what it is, man. I think he's going to take a different path, and I think he's going to take a...
Opetaia has continued pushing publicly for the fight, refusing to let the issue disappear and keeping the pressure firmly on Benavidez. However, Jose Benavidez Sr. claims Jay is telling a completely different version of the story, insisting that his own efforts to make contact have repeatedly received no response.
Opetaia, you know, Opetaia is talking all this shit also. You know, I'm gonna give you a little secret. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. Remember what I'm telling you right now. I got proof. You know, I've been talking to his manager. I've been trying to talk to him. They're not responding to phone calls. I sent Opetaia, listen, I know you want to fight. Help me out. Get me to your manager. Let's talk about this fight. You know, give me here's my number. Tell your manager to call me. Let's make it happen.
Jose Benavidez Sr. believes Jay's camp already knows exactly how dangerous David Benavidez can be once the bell rings. In his view, that awareness of Benavidez's power and ability is the true reason Opetaia's side remains hesitant to accept the challenge.
You know, the thing is, sometimes, you know, these fighters, they want to fight, but the managers and the team knows that he's not ready for David. So that's why they're not reaching up. And I'm going to show you, I got proofs. I'm going to tell you right now, you're only the first one that's hearing this right now. You know, I reach up to them. I call Dana White also. He's not responding. I got it. I got proofs, you know. They're not responding, so what does that tell you?
Jose Benavidez Sr. claims he possesses proof that Jay's team is intentionally steering clear of the matchup. He dismissed Opetaia as an Instagram fighter who is comfortable talking confidently online, yet allegedly unwilling to actually enter the ring and fight the Mexican monster.
You know, we want to make all these fights, you know. We want to fight Bivol, Better Beers, Opetaia, the cruiserweight champion also, you know, that's on our list right now, you know. We're not saying that we're better than all these fighters, but David wants to test himself, and he wants to fight nothing but the best. They claim to be the best. What's going on? You know, they just talk, but they don't respond. And I got proof. So, you know, I don't know. They just want to look good on Instagram or on social media and all that, you know. But I'll tell you something. Everybody's scared of the Mexican monster right now. They just want to get a little bit of publicity. They want to do all that. And remember what I'm telling you. I never lied to you guys. I never lied to nobody. But I got...
As the heated exchanges continued between both sides, Keyshawn Davis introduced another interesting twist by adding more fuel to the rumors. He hinted that a major opponent could potentially already be positioned to challenge Benavidez at the 196 pounds limit.
If it ain't Canelo.
It's somebody. It's definitely somebody. I forgot the dude's name, but it's definitely somebody on the table. I think it's a 196, right?
Yeah.
196 champion.
So he
It's a
going
champion
for a
at
champion.
196. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I would love to see him fight Bivol or Better Beef.
See, Roy Jones said he need to skip all of them and go for Usyk right now.
I was thinking the same. I just asked one of my homeboys that I'm like, yo, how you think he'll fight with Usyk? Because Usyk, he's a small heavyweight.
Exactly.
Keyshawn Davis made his stance known, arguing that Benavidez should concentrate on fights with Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev rather than rushing straight toward Alexander Usyk. Responding to Roy Jones Jr.'s idea that Benavidez should pursue the heavyweight champion, Davis questioned the need to make that leap so quickly. He believes Benavidez still has major challenges waiting within his current division. At the same time, Davis admitted that if any fighter could accomplish what nobody else has managed against Benavidez, Alexander Usyk could potentially be that man.
You know
He
what
was
I
a
mean?
cruiserweight and all of that.
But at the same time, David just moved up to 196. But Bud did it.
Was a dog.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, if one man can do it, I mean, shit, I can't put it past the next man.
Right, for sure.
You know?
Meanwhile, Roy Jones Jr. sparked a major debate among Jay Opetaia supporters by questioning whether the cruiserweight star has truly accomplished enough to earn consideration as Benavidez's next major opponent. Jones believes Benavidez should capitalize on his current momentum and pursue the largest opportunity available before that option disappears. In his eyes, moving toward Alexander Usyk would offer considerably more reward and long-term significance than remaining behind to resolve unfinished business with other contenders.
Go up and fight Usyk while you're hot, and it makes sense. You can always come back down and fight Opetaia if you want to. You understand? If you lost to Usyk, Opetaia fight still there. If you lose to Opetaia, Usyk fight gone. So be smart about this thing. Go take Usyk while the iron is hot. You beat Usyk, you don't know how to see Opetaia unless he want to come to heavyweight. Now he can go super middleweight, light heavyweight, cruiser heavy. Why would you play with a guy who's just as dangerous as Usyk, not as known as Usyk, not going to bring you as much money as Usyk?
Jones was extremely direct about how he views the situation, arguing that Opetaia is neither as dangerous nor as recognizable as Usyk and would not generate the same financial reward. He believes Jay simply has not reached the level necessary to make a fight with Usyk look like the less attractive option. From Jones's perspective, Opetaia lacks the danger, accomplishments, and commercial value that the heavyweight champion brings. That is why he thinks Benavidez should ignore the distractions, stop waiting around, and pursue boxing's biggest possible challenge. In other words, Jones believes Benavidez should go directly after Usyk.
Well, you can just go straight to Usyk. That's kind of crazy. In a boxing ring with those 10-ounce gloves on, anything can happen. And that's my words to David Benavidez, because I know he listens to me. He looks up to me. He thinks a lot of me. I'm going to tell him it's okay to say, no, Opetaia, you haven't proven yourself right now. I want somebody who's proven like I am. I want Usyk. That's what he should do. Without a...
Responding to Roy Jones Jr.'s proposal, Jose Benavidez Sr. revealed that following David Benavidez's impressive win over Gilberto Ramirez, his team was initially open to discussing a potential fight with Alexander Usyk. But after evaluating the situation more carefully, Jose now believes making that move would carry too much danger at this stage. He explained that stepping immediately into heavyweight would leave David facing a significant size disadvantage. While acknowledging the massive attention a fight like that would generate, Jose believes the timing is premature, although he still considers Usyk a future target.
25 pounds. Couldn't even be at 200, not even 199 or something, you know? So going up to heavyweight, that's a lot, bro, you know? Maybe like in another year or so, you know, we'll gain a little bit more weight or whatever, but that's the fight that David wants to make, you know? Because he wants to fight the dangerous fighters, you know? Usyk is one of the, that's like fighting somebody impossible, you know? So, but he's down. He wants to do it. He wants to do it. And I just told him, let's wait a little bit more. But, you know, and Roy Jones, I think it's Roy Jones, said, hey, you got to do it now. You know,
The situation became even more heated when Jose Benavidez Sr. claimed Dmitry Bivol's father has predicted that his son would stop David Benavidez, a statement Jose immediately dismissed as absurd. He stressed that their side has never disrespected Bivol, but now believes the rival camp may be growing frustrated. Jose questioned why Bivol vacated his title just as negotiations for their matchup appeared to be gaining momentum. According to him, Benavidez prefers letting his performances inside the ring provide the answers, and Bivol's team must understand the level of challenge they would be facing.
You know, let's make those fights happen, you know? Now the father of Bivol is saying that, you know, he's going to shut David up and this and that, and Why did you guys give the belt away? We've been trying to make that fight, you know? You just hand over the belt. We didn't want to get it like that, you know? So now, you know, we're coming for all those belts. So let's make that fight happen. If you're really serious about it and you're talking all this, you know, let's make it happen. We're not talking about Bivol. We just want to make those fights, you know? Now they're getting mad. Now they're saying this and that, you know? Let's make the fight happen, you know? Let's make it happen. Let's do it. You know, that's the fight that David wants also. Bivol, Better Beef, and Opetaia.
Jose Benavidez Sr. also rejected Jay Opetaia's argument that David is choosing the easier route by pursuing Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev. He called those accusations excuses, insisting that multiple messages have been sent to Opetaia and his team without receiving a reply. Jose accused them of hiding behind explanations instead of entering serious negotiations. He also mentioned Dana White, revealing that his attempts to contact White have likewise received no response, creating even more frustration as the talks remain stalled and tensions surrounding the potential fight continue to rise.
If you are to talk to him, ask him, will you reach out by Jose Benavidez Sr.? I have proofs, the dates are right there. You know, why have you responded? You know, not one message, not two messages. Where are you guys? Let's go, let's make it happen. It's been a while, you know, since right after the fight, you know, but you know, they're hiding. Like I say, you know, I'm not trying to come here and disrespect nobody. Dana White, I called you a couple of times also. I left you a text. I called you and please call me back. Let's make these fights happen, you know? They're not reaching back. You know, what do you guys want us to do, you know? At the end of the day, we want to fight those dangerous fighters, you know, like I said.
While the argument continues getting louder, Opetaia is now claiming that Benavidez is actually the fighter avoiding the matchup. Jose Benavidez Sr., however, maintains that he has evidence proving Opetaia's team is the side refusing to advance the negotiations. Sports journalist Sean Zittel offered his own analysis of the confusion, examining the repeated accusations coming from both camps. He noted that Opetaia has limited experience against major names, but also stressed that Jay is not generally viewed as someone who avoids difficult challenges like Canelo. Zittel additionally discussed Bivol being stripped of his WBC title and spending a year inactive while pursuing a possible trilogy with Beterbiev.
That he's never fought the best fighter in any given weight class, and I understand their argument that he's the common denominator here. At some point, it's not always somebody else's fault. I understand them saying that, but at the same time, it was Canelo who ducked Benavidez. And Bivol, the WBC was hasty to strip him last April. But ultimately, at the time, I remember, I was there, the narrative was he can't fight Benavidez because he's got to finish this trilogy with Artur Beterbiev.
Supporting another part of Jose Benavidez' SRS argument about Jay Opetaia's team failing to respond, Sean Zittel brought forward another interesting detail. After previously sharing an interview with Jose Sr. concerning his unsuccessful attempts to make contact, Zittel said he received another call from an individual with close connections to the boxing world, though he decided against revealing that person's identity. He also remembered that during the first Dmitry Bivol vs. Artur Beterbiev fight in late 2024, Benavidez's father had been approached regarding a possible deal but was unavailable at that particular time.
You know, I won't disclose who they were, but they wound up telling me, well, the reason why those parties didn't get back to Jose Benavidez Sr. is after a meeting fell through in late 2024 after the first Beterbiev-Bivol fight that Beterbiev won. They tried to put a deal together to get David the light heavyweight title fight, but were instructed by David that his father who couldn't apparently, this is what they're saying, couldn't get David Benavidez on the phone that Sunday. And they say it was because Jose was saying David was on a flight, he couldn't talk.
The situation became even more complicated when Sean Zittel revealed further information from the conversations he had received. He said Jose Benavidez Sr. had reportedly been exploring talks with Turki Alashik about putting together a potential light heavyweight fight for David without PBC's involvement. Yet when those allegations were eventually presented directly to Jose Sr., his explanation appeared to contradict them. He insisted that PBC needed to be involved and indicated that without their participation, legal action would already have occurred, adding another layer of uncertainty to the events unfolding behind the scenes.
Are saying the reason why it couldn't happen, Jose was originally wanting Turkey to cut PBC out. We're not that happy with them. We want to do this fight without them, and let's put on the fight. Jose says, no, it's the opposite. I told them PBC has to be a part of the fight or we'll get sued. And he said Harrison Whitman was there, one of the attorneys who's now working with Zuffa. And Turkey went to Harrison. He goes, is that true? Will they get sued if they try to do this fight without PBC? And he said, yeah. And that's when Jose says the opportunity to fight for the light heavyweight title was rescinded. Because Jose said if we even tried to pull a move like that, we'd end up in court. Like you see Oscar and Virgil Ortiz and everything.
In the midst of all this drama, the WBC officially ordered cruiserweight champion Noel Mikhailian to defend his belt against unified champion David Benavidez in a mandatory matchup. Sean Zittel also reported that Jose Benavidez Sr. has already filed a petition with the WBC seeking mandatory status for his son against either Dmitry Bivol or Artur Beterbiev. The timing makes the situation even more fascinating because Noel Mikhailian is also the same fighter who had recently been connected to Jay Opetaia, creating another unexpected twist in an already complicated and highly heated storyline.
Brings us to, so with Jose Benavidez Sr. perhaps, knowing this stuff, he's looking to petition the WBC, which he's done over the weekend, to get David a WBC cruiserweight title fight, because in Jose's words, their number 1 and 2 options are Bivol for the title and then Beterbiev if they can't get Bivol. But if they're fighting each other, then you move on to cruiserweight for the WBC belt. Now, people are saying that David Benavidez is ducking Jai Opetaia, but Jai Opetaia has had a fight lined up for a while with Noel Mikhailian. Remember, they took a picture at the inaugural Zuffa card, I believe, a face-off.
As mandatory challengers continue emerging and rival camps keep exchanging accusations, the boxing situation is becoming increasingly intense with every passing day. Between official WBC orders, private petitions, and rising tension among the champions, every upcoming decision could dramatically reshape the division. Now fans are waiting to see who will accept these challenges and who will step away while the elite names continue moving around one another. If these paths eventually cross, boxing could be heading toward one of its biggest shakeups in years. Drop your prediction, hit like, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments what you think happens next.